Okay, yeah, I'm getting nervous here. Getting nervous because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 victory points. And if we can manage to destroy him, that would bring us up to 10. If we let this live, it's going to be -2. But if we can also kill that, we're going to get 2 more victory points, bringing us up to 12. So, yeah. So during this turn, we need to, let's say with one action, kill the ship, and with another action, kill the colony. So we're going to need some pretty sweet dice rolling. So, okay, no pressure, no pressure. So, okay, let's do this. Let's see if we can do anything before actually jumping into this stuff. I think we can cycle a mission for sure, because we're not going to be trying, or this, control 8 adjacent locations. Yeah, let's just, get rid of that. And what do we get? Inflict at least 1 damage to an enemy ship in combat without your ship being attacked by any enemy ship on your opponent's next turn. Well, there's not going to be a next turn. This is the last round. So, okay, that's kind of wasted. And let's look if we can cycle some of these cards here. I'll cycle this one just because this is when you're facing more than one target, and we're not going to be doing that. So, let's cycle Admiral Cartwright. Okay, yeah. What does he do again? As a captain, +2 weapons for each uncloaked enemy ship. I could switch him out for Jean-Luc. No, because Jean-Luc has that flute. If I switch him out, he's going to lose the 2 shields. Then again, we're banking on the fact that we're not going to get attacked. Jean-Luc gives us +1 weapons. This guy gives us +2 weapons. So essentially we would gain +1. But, see here, interrupt, trash this card to give each ship in your fleet a permanent +1 weapons token. Okay, so Clamato. Okay, so let's just play this to trash it to give ourselves a +1 weapon. So essentially, +2 weapons. +1 weapons on my ship. And that's good too, because it gives us another card. Oh, Tasha Yar! Oh, that's sweet. +4 weapons. Man, they really overcompensated for Tasha Yar. Oh, wow. Okay, this is awesome sauce. Oh, that's great. And you know what? I could actually equip her to the Enterprise. Like, I could get rid of Data here as an officer. Oh, no, if I equip her, it's 2 weapons. Okay, forget that. We'll keep her as a 4 weapons here. Okay, I'm excited. All right, let's do this. So yeah, we're good, we're power adjusted, we're happy. So let's play an action to attack the Nigvar. All right, so we are playing Tasha Yar for sure. And what do we get here? This is another one where you need a 1 in your sensors, so forget that. Okay, so we'll be playing Tasha Yar. Oh, this should not be here. This was from the last combat. So what will the Klingons be doing? Please not one of those cards that brings damage down. Okay, +3 weapons. This is no good for them. +2 shields. So yep, makes total sense. So they are defending with 11 +2. That's 13. And what do we actually have here? 16 plus Jean-Luc, 17, 18 +4. That's 22. So 22 against 13. 22 against 13. Come on. Well, we have it. Those are some crappy die rolls, but we have it. He's got 14, and we've got 24. So he is obliterated. Thank God. Oh, yes. So that gives us 1 very well-deserved VP. And now our second action, because we have an action left, is to attack this colony that has 15 shields. And if we look at our settings here, we're actually at 16 right now, plus this one, plus Jean-Luc's +1. So we don't even need to roll any dice. This thing is destroyed with 1 action. Yes! So by destroying this colony, if we refer to this card here, we get 2 VPs. That's great. Oh yes. We can replenish here just for fun. Okay. Yeah, we never got those 3 encounter cards. I only have 2 right now in my victory card pile. And now we would go to the Klingon phase, but there are no more Klingons on the board. And thus, it puts an end to the game. It's the end of the last round. So if we count up our points, let's just clear that out of the way. So we got these VPs from battles and whatnot. We have 2 because of the colony destruction. We got 1 because we explored 3 adjacent locations. 1 because of this encounter here. 1 for controlling 2 adjacent locations, 1 for inflicting damage on a ship, and also 1 for the wormhole. So in total, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 VPs. Man, that was tight. So just before we get all excited about winning, let's actually look at the victory conditions. So at the end of the 10th round, after the Klingon phase, total up your VPs. So we got 12, but you subtract 1 VP for each Klingon outpost. There are none. 2 VPs for each Klingon colony. Nope. 3 VP for each Klingon starbase. Nuh-uh. 2 VP if the Klingons control more locations than the Federation. They actually do not. They only control this space right there. We control 1, 2, 3. They control only 1. Cool. 1 VP for each Federation-controlled installation destroyed by the Klingons. They didn't get to do any of that. And then 1 VP for each Klingon ship still present if you've taken the active war action. We have not. So that means we lost no points. So 12 points for us. Good job, Enterprise. Victory lap. Da, 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 da. Yes, sir. And let's give it up for our valiant crew as well. Data, who actually did not get to use his sensors. The Doctor, who didn't get to use his thing either because we never have sensors at 1. Miles O'Brien, who I guess ran the engines a little bit harder than they should have. And of course, to Jean-Luc Picard for his +1 weapons, +2 sensors, and of course, the fact that he can play the flute. Okay, very quickly here, you might have heard me talk throughout this thing about a co-op version. Well, in the rules, there's actually a co-op and what we call a multi-ship variant. So if you look on the other side here at the bottom, multi-ship variant, this is when you want to play solo with more than 1 ship. So if we read this here quickly, a solo player may play with more than 1 Starfleet ship. Rules: you still only have 2 actions. A same ship may use those 2 actions. You start the game with 2 Klingon ships in play of equal sizes than your own, so you put those at the other end of the board. Missions are ×2 for each ship instead of ×3, and you will add 2 combat missions in the mission deck. Also, it says at the bottom here, you will automatically lose 1 VP each time one of your ships is destroyed. Now, you can still have one of your ships get destroyed and not lose the game. You would lose the game only if both of your ships get, completely destroyed. So, you could have 2 ships, one of them gets blown up, you could take a reinforcement action, get another one there, that's fine. So basically it plays the same as solo, only you're using 2 ships. Victory points are the same, everything is the same. Now on to the co-op version. So if you look here, we've got these little boxes that says 2P, that's for 2 player. So for setup, let's just look at setup. So everybody's gonna choose a ship. You're gonna equip it the same way that it says here. When you draw your mission cards, it's going to be the same thing. So, for my ship, it's going to be ×3. For her ship, it's going to be ×3. And then we'll put, 3 of my missions face up, 3 of her missions face up. And what's fun now is I can complete, let's say, my wife's missions, and she can complete mine. So, this makes it, more cooperative. As far as setup goes, when you're setting up the map, what we usually do is, it kind of looks like this. Like, let's say you cut this in half. So this would be my station, this would be her station, and then we'd have the Klingons kind of over here. So something like this. We find that it's a good fit, but I mean, you could put yours here, hers here, and then the Klingons. Anyway, do whatever you want with that. Besides that, if you look at your rules here, so your ship may take 2 actions per turn. This stays the same, but it does say the active player may use one of her own actions to activate the other player's ship in order to take a cooperative action with her own ship. Okay, what does this mean? It means that, let's say my ship is over here, she can bring her ship with mine on the same tile. She would waste 1 action for her ship and another action for my ship. So together they would cooperate and do, a cooperative test. It could be, trying to scan something or whatever. So this actually gives the other player a chance to use your stats on your ship. That being said, it says under here, the active player may not power adjust the other player's ship. She must use the other ship's stats as they are, so plan accordingly. You could play around with that. You could, change that rule, but we find that it's a good way to balance out the difficulty. Up here, winning the game, it says winning requires at least 10 VPs per player. So you will have to get to at least 20 by the end of the 10th round. And that's pretty much it. We've played, I'm trying to look here if there's anything different. Oh yeah, one quick note here. If you look at about Klingon movement, when having to move toward a Starfleet ship, because, sometimes I'll have a ship, she'll have a ship, and then the ship is supposed to move. Well, where does it move? So we just made this easy list here. Klingons will prioritize 1, the nearest ship, 2, the smallest, and if that doesn't work, the most damaged. So you should find a way to get these Klingons to move toward somebody. And if you don't, well then, treat them like Klingons. These are angry Klingons. They want to fight, they want to kill. So that should help you make decisions. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We've played, I would say, 3-4 times co-op, and we've had a lot of fun with it. It is very cooperative. You're always talking about what you're doing. I think it errs on the easy side, I find. I think maybe you could bump up the VPs to maybe 11 per player or 12 per player. It all depends. Or, if you want to crank it up a little bit, put 3 Klingon ships up top instead of 2. So yeah, there you go. Multi-ship variant and co-op variant. And if you want some more videos, YouTube thinks you might like the one on the left. I personally think you might enjoy the one on the right. And if you want to make sure to never miss any of my videos, I would ask you to click the middle button here to, of course, subscribe. Oh! Sorry.